Welcome everyone, TheDailyWoo here as a recording of this Thursday, March 24th, 2022. It's about 5:30 p.m., a little later in the day than I normally start my videos, but I was busy doing a few things, including catching up on some sleep. I have been pretty busy since, well, before New Year's, but since New Year's till now, haven't missed a day of uploads. I kind of want to talk about how I probably should take a day off. And I use that word loosely because I do not punch a time clock. I'm not working a traditional style job. But it does kind of take a toll on you after a while when you do the same thing each and every day without a day of rest. And I feel like maybe I should take a day off here, but I probably won't. Let's be honest. I'll probably keep the tradition, the 2022 tradition going. But I'm gonna ride my bike around. It possibly could rain. It's already rained a little bit. It might rain on me. I'm just gonna have a bike ride, a little ride and talk around Celebration, Florida. I'm inviting you to join me. Probably don't even need these on, but I'm wearing them. Shall you? I'm taking these off. Heck it. Sand sunglasses. It is really interesting, the groove that I get myself into, force of habit if you want to call it that, just basically muscle memory as far as waking up every day, filming something, coming up with a video, sometimes something very content driven, and then other times just to keep the routine going, something just like this where it's just kind of here I am riding a bike and living life. And trust me, I completely can recognize that the home style videos, you know, home style, whoa, some birds, elusive behind the shrubs, the hedges. I can completely acknowledge the fact that I know when I'm at home that the videos are a little bit different vibe. You know, when I'm rolling through Central Florida type of videos. But I kind of feel that breaks up the monotony of road trips and travel. And a lot of road trips and travel are happening soon. I'm guessing April 10th, 11th, or 12th. Don't hold me to those 3 days, give or take a day. But it will probably be one of those days that I will hit the road. And I'll probably be hitting the road pretty hard. I'm leaning towards driving my car. If not renting a car, driving my own personal vehicle. And what could appear to be looking like almost 10 weeks on the road. Holy cow, that's, even saying that out loud, the last road trip I did at the beginning of the year was 7 weeks. This next one could possibly be 10 weeks. Unless I just change it up and start flying, but I don't really like flying that much. I'd rather be in a car, seeing the great US of A. Added the fact that I did look up rental car prices. They're a little pricey right now, especially from going from point A to point B. Could still maybe do that, and then if I get to an area where I'm just too far to drive back here, hop a plane at the end of the tenure of that road trip. So that is a possibility. I love this little stretch of road through here. And gas prices are fun right now. That's not going to deter me or stop me from doing what I need to do, getting out there on the open road. But yeah, gas prices are fun at the moment. I've stated this before, but in comparison to driving, when I used to drive my van and my RV, driving a small vehicle, not that big of a deal. So the gas prices, still less than filling up a huge RV. I am missing the small towns, the back roads. I always like to mix up what I throw up here on the channel. Maybe throw up's not the appropriate word. What I put here on the channel, throw up sounds kind of disgusting. What I put out content-wise here on this channel, try to have a plethora of content, a mishmash, if you will. I say if you will a lot. Oh look, there's a bunch, let me go over here. There's a bunch of Easter bunnies. Easter is right around the corner. This house does it up for all the holidays. They did St. Patrick's Day recently. They do Christmas, they do Halloween. Yeah, I love it. There's a little bunny with eating a carrot. It is very windy. I'm sure the wind is affecting the microphone noise. Rainy, windy. the elements. You have this classic car alert covered up simply because of the elements, but there still are golfers out having their moment. I've also been busy today taking care of the offer that I put out, which is now completed and over. That offer is not continuous. It was a little overwhelming, and the offer is now going to be referred to as Voldemort. It that shall not be named. That's all I'll say. But yeah, it's got me pretty busy some days. Oh, looks like this tree has fallen. What's the saying? If a tree falls in the woods, if you don't hear it, does it make a sound? That probably made a pretty good sound. Very gusty and windy. The storm was through here earlier. This is West Park Drive. Tell me this does not look like Bushnell Avenue in South Pasadena. Very getting some Bushnell vibes. Oh, we're Back to the Future. The tree George McFly climbed up in, Biff's grandma's house. The house from Ghost Dad, all that in South Pasadena. This gives me some Munsters vibes. I almost feel like I'm on a tram tour. This is on the corner of Starling and Greenbrier Ave. I passed by here the other day. I could not recall the cross street, so this is also to jar my memory. Starling and Greenbrier. This is about as close to Wisteria Lane on the Universal Hollywood backlot as you can get, where the Burbs took place. I could just imagine. You could have a tram going through here. Right back there, you could be like 1313 Mockingbird Lane, home of the Munsters, the Leave It to Beaver house, right up here on the right. And this is where Tom Hanks walked out to get his newspaper when the newspaper boy threw the paper and knocked his coffee out of his hand. Doesn't it feel like a theme bar? Look at this. I keep reiterating that, I know, but wow. This road especially. Gosh, I miss Universal Orlando. Oops, I meant Universal Hollywood. Oh, I miss Universal Orlando too, but that's a whole other subject that I won't be tackling right now. Oh, deep subject. I have a problem. It's not really it's a good problem to have. In fact, it is very beneficial to progress and feeling accomplished. But my problem is repetition and force of habit. Hello. And tunnel vision. Almost to the point of overdoing things. Like, why do I film a video every day? Why do I go out? Why do I do this? It's not for money. I'm financially okay. There's no reason for me to put videos out constantly. To stay in tune with the audience, for those that are watching. To do it for my own well-being. Could be both those things. Looking at the sky, I don't know if this is the wisest decision, going all the way to the far end of Celebration, because it might start downpouring before I get back over to my area. However, I really want to see this bridge up here. Very unique bridge to a new development, a new expansion of Celebration. Up here, probably another mile or two. Right at the cross streets of World Drive, theme parks are over there, Disney theme parks are that way, is the Celebration Pond. Oh, gotta put my kickstand up. Covered that subject before many years ago. There's a lot of other things that have happened here in town that wouldn't really classify as happy. Yeah, there are some sad things and subject matters, just like any area would have. And this pond is one of them. And I'm noticing over there, looks as if there's like a bike path. Well, I should ride over there. Look, the bridge I'm going for is down that way. And I'm always on the fence with other subject matters. Like, since I live here, should I cover some of the stuff that's not really the best you know, happy moments, because every town has one, and there's a few. So maybe I'll do a video on those at some point. But I don't know if that's the right thing to do with living here. You know, being a resident of this area. If that should be something I should really put out there into the universe. But maybe they'll give it some thought. Yeah, a long time ago, I brought an inflatable canoe out here. My friend Scott Yukin, him and I, came out here under the shroud of nightfall and took that inflatable canoe and went around Celebration Pond here, the infamous Celebration Pond. It's probably been 10 years ago now. Gators in there. Probably wasn't the smartest thing to do, but I've done a lot of dumb things in my life. Ah, memories. Yeah, where does this lead? There are so many bike trails around here I have not excavated and explored yet. And this is one of them. It says boardwalks may be slippery at any time. Not only when wet, just at any time. Remember the Bon Jovi album? Wow, look at this. This would be slightly horrifying to go down at night, you know, under darkness when the sun goes down. This is something. I'm getting some Michael Myers Halloween vibes through here. Just waiting for the shape to pop out at any time around one of these hedges. This is like infinity of John Carpenter Halloween. Michael Myers hedges. And that's just the few that I've shown. Look back that way. This is one of my new favorite things here in town that I just discovered last week. This old-timey looking bridge kind of reminds me of a Route 66 railroad style bridge. Probably structurally doesn't even need to be made like this. Car's about to go through and go by it. But in reality, you wouldn't really have to have this type of construction in this day and age, I would guess. But I like it. Kind of a throwback back to like Americana era. Back in the day, you know, you still drive small towns and stuff, you go through bridges like this. So this gives me that small town vibe and celebration, even though it is a newer area created in '94. And this expansion, which is just now being built, there's new homes being built way down there, definitely has that small town vibe. Just love this bridge. Okay, let's talk about what I would consider my quote-unquote problem slash blessing. Positive. I'm looking at it as a positive thing. Being driven and have a purpose, can't really classify that as a problem, except when it starts to really get into taking over your life. That is my problem. The repetition of doing this. I have a tattoo right here that I got after doing 1,911 days back in 2017. I quit, to use that term lightly. Did a couple big road trips, filming locations, National Lampoon's Vacation, Forrest Gump, the Gorn episode from Star Trek, and then over months started peppering back vlogs back in, and was probably doing about 300-ish per year up until this year, 2022. And now I am back on track. I have not missed a day of filming, and a lot of this, you know, tune out if you want, because a lot of this is reiteration. But basically the way I do things is I wake up every morning, make the video live from the day before. That's why I give the date at the beginning. I've always kind of said and hinted at there is a difference between someone who uploads daily and a daily vlogger. I consider myself a daily vlogger. That's why I started putting the date stamp saying, as the recording of this, the date, just to give a frame of reference, that I am doing this for my own well-being and for yourself as the audience, just to know that this is in real time, even though it's delayed just a little bit, because obviously it's not a live stream. I don't do live streams. But to film, edit at night, upload the next morning, give that date stamp, and it gives me a sense of purpose in some sort of a odd, unusual way. That is my problem, because sometimes it is difficult for me to break routine. And in order for me to break routine, sometimes I have to just force myself to take a day off. And basically, the purpose of this video is to announce I need to take a day off. And I will take a day off soon before my road trip, possibly even a series of days. I also have this weird tick in my brain when it comes to working. And like I said, use that term very loosely. I am not throwing feed anymore. I am not working at a grocery store like I once was. But it still takes time out of my day. There's a million things, other things that I could be doing and probably should be doing sometimes, and forcing myself to get out and keep the routine going. And I've been asked many times by family and friends, why don't you just take like a week off? You can afford it, you don't need to. You have a stockpile of videos that you make money off of, thousands of videos that get views. So I'm doing just fine. Why do this? Because I feel like there is an end goal. Why am I going that way? I need to turn around. I need to turn around. I feel like there is an end goal. I'm doing a U-turn. There's an end goal in sight. And that end goal is to not do this at some point anymore. 50 is my goal. The age of 50. I have a little over 2 years. On August 10th, I will turn 48. When I turn 50, I don't want to do vlogs anymore. So I'm stating this, I've stated this before, but I'm really putting this back out onto the airwaves. Like Ramon says, we want the airwaves. I don't want the airwaves, I just want to announce it across the interwebs. But when I'm 50, I don't want to do this anymore, I want to do something else. And taking days off, you know, I could do 3 videos a week, but then that delays me stopping this completely and finding another project, doing another project. So I'm just gonna keep staying the course. Might take a few days off, I will take a few days off, but nothing too extreme until I'm 50. That's my thoughts at the moment. And from this bridge, looking at that very iconic power pole over there, I'm not gonna say its name unless I'm going to the parks. I try to always start. But I'm on the other side of where I start the videos. I shall drive over, or not drive, I'll take my bike over there and show where this is. But that power pole, whenever I go to the Disney theme parks, I always start there because that is the exit out of Celebration down World Drive. So I'm on the other side, not the back side of water, the back side of that power pole. And I-4, always bottlenecks right there. What in the heck? When are they gonna finish the construction? Look at that over there. Just complete bottleneck traffic. Traffic through here. Flowing with ease. What will I do when I turn 50? I'll cross that bridge when it gets here. Not that bridge. I mean, that's a bridge, but it'll be a different bridge. But I want to start a new project. And I cannot commit, because the way I should be committed somewhere. But I cannot commit to something unless I am in 100%. So that's why this at some point has to end so I can really get into 100% into my next project. But that's over 2 years away. So that's my problem. Being too focused. But it's a blessing. So yeah, it's a double-edged sword. I appreciate you listening to my little ramble. And what will that project be when that goal is achieved? I don't know. Could be start another band, could be to do a podcast, could be to do, who knows? Might be just completely drop off the internet forever. But I want to be at the point, you know, 2 years and a few months, I could have 700 plus more videos stockpiled into an arsenal that will continually make residuals, almost like a musician gets residuals. There are those who are very vocal and always will be vocal, but they do not like a certain subject matter, or the way I approach things, or the way I present myself, or anything. And frankly, you know, I have a pretty thick skin when it comes to things. I've been doing this a long time, over a decade, 11 years or so. But it does run its course after a while. And it will be nice. I will celebrate the day when I don't have to deal with that. When I don't have to have that small, minute portion of very loud folks drawing opinions about every single thing I do, because what I do will not be publicized, will not be shown. It'll be a celebration of sorts in a couple years. So I got that going for me. To quote Bill Murray in Caddyshack. Oh no, it's starting to sprinkle. The wind's picking up. Oh, that's not good. There's the retro looking Art Deco 7-Eleven and Mickey D's over there. Kind of gives me that old Hollywood vibes. It is starting to rain now, and I am a couple miles from where I need to be. Oh goodness. All right, powering through. I didn't bring an umbrella. Ooh, going through here. Ooh, is this someone on an electric skateboard? It is. That's cool. I'll see you in the next video, the vlog. Also, I'm not really a betting man. Wouldn't put a wager on it, but if others out there were wagering, I wonder what the over-under, is that even a term? Like if Vegas put odds down on if I'll really take a day off before my road trip. Because once I'm on the road trip, I won't take any days off. There's no point in taking days off on the road. I'm out there to get the job done, to see things, to document stuff. So I should be taking time off when I'm home. What would the odds be on a Vegas scale? I mean, I guess you could gamble outside Vegas, but will I take a day off? I need to. I just said all this, and now I'm thinking, am I gonna film a video tomorrow? Probably. But if I don't, you know why. I'll see you in the next video. The vlog is over. Thanks for listening. The vlog is over.